You are listening to the VCast.
Welcome back to the VCast. Vic Cedeno. We are here in the Dojo of Comedy Studios. It is 2 days before Christmas. Ho, 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 up in your ass. All right, that's how I feel. So this is going to be a short episode. We're just going to crank this bad boy out. I was going to do a year in review, but you know what? Fuck this year. This year can suck my ass. It was a great year, considering. I don't have to go into the details. You already know what's up. For those of you that don't know, you're new to the podcast, welcome. My mom died, okay? Boom. There you go. She died in January, start the year, but I powered through it. We're here. We made it. I'm not going to complain. I don't want to look back. We don't need to look back. This was a great year. A bunch of shit happened. A lot of good stuff happened. A lot of crazy stuff. But you know what? I feel good. Even though I'm in a badass mood right now because of all this other bullshit that's going on. Just today, just stupid shit, forgetting the memory card, forgetting the charger for the laptop, forgetting the battery, just a whole bunch of stuff. Stupid stuff because I'm Russian and you know, nobody likes Russians. Oh, God, a stupid-ass joke. All right. I'm trying. I'm really trying. We're going to power through this. It's 2 days before Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. If you don't have family and friends, then just jump off a bridge. Maybe an angel will come and save you right before. Don't do that. Reach out to somebody. People will love you. I just saw... what was that? No, that's not Miracle on 34th Street. It was A Beautiful Life, right? Great movie. That was the Christmas movie I watched this year. I'm trying not to watch too much shit. As I say that, I'm also binging Stranger Things because I want to watch season 5, and I can't. It's been so long since they dropped season 4 that I completely forgot everything that happened. So I had to go back, start watching it all. Cooper's in Russia. I don't know what's going to happen. He's about to fight a fucking weird animal in the Russian prison. That's where I'm at in life. But, woohoo, what's going to happen next year? 2026, baby. Am I going to make it? I don't say that to be morbid. I'm not in, I'm not the S word. But life is sudden. People always say life is short. It's not short. It's long. You ever feel like you've lived multiple lives? Like you look back at your life and that's like another person. These other phases of your life. I've had like 1,500 jobs. Lived all kind of different places around New Jersey. And I've been in multiple friend groups. Just multiple lives. And I'm in my favorite life right now. But life is long, right? It's a lot of shit that happens. Time flies, but it's long. Like in your day-to-day, your week-to-week, shit is long. You go through a lot of shit. But life is sudden because you're just gone one day. I talk about this because I have a coworker that just recently passed, and it's a shock, very sudden. He's been at the company for 20 years. He was there when I first started. I sat next to him when I first started. He helped train me. He's like one of the first people I've got to know at the company I work at, my day job, and he just died Friday. Got into a car accident on the way home and died. Like, you just don't know. You don't know. We just operate in this like space where the next day is just it's just going to be the next day. Like, you make these plans. I'm sure he had plans for Friday night. You know, order food. You think you're going to pick it up on the way home, or you have like a meal that you want to eat. You're going to, you know what I mean? Or you have a phone call you want to make, and you're like, you know what? I'll make it tomorrow. You might not have it. I've been dealing with death my whole life. Some sudden, some not. But like, the older I get, I'm having this like reaction. I like I said, I've been around death. People have been dying since I was 6 years old. My dad died, and then it's just been off to the races where people dropping left and right. A lot of substance abuse in my family. So we, you know, a bunch of cancers and stuff like that. But growing up, I don't know, maybe I just wasn't so close to death that, you know, personally, that it never affected me. I never really cried at funerals. I just kind of was like, you know, there. And now people are dying, and I noticed this since my cousin's man died. Like, damn, it's been since 2017, 2018, maybe. Yeah, like sometime around there. That death was like the first time where I'm like, it just, I was like, man, I'm close. You know, like, that could be me. Like, you know, like, I started to have this weird thought of my mortality. I've been like scared of my death, not so much like of dying and the process of me dying, but what I left behind. That's been weighing on me a lot. What I leave behind, and what could, you know, what becomes of the people in my life after I'm gone. You know, obviously I think about my daughter a lot, and growing up without a dad, and the pain that she would go through, and I never want her to feel that at all. Like, that's, you know, even though I didn't really cry at my father's funeral that I know of, I just kind of was there. 6, like, what do you understand, you know? But now it's like, I think of all of the moments that did hurt. The, you know, going over your friend's house and they're having and seeing their relationship with that. It used to just, it hurt when I would be with a friend and he would say, "Dad," my dad. "Oh, Dad's calling me." Or like, I'm like, what? I don't ever use that word. Like, I want to use that word, Dad. I never was like, "Hey, Dad, what's going on?" I don't remember ever saying the word Poppy. I don't remember saying any of that. Like, so I always had this feeling like, you know, so now but now, like, death makes me reflect, and it brings me closer to my own mortality. So maybe I'm more connected to it. We had a death in the family recently. My cousins, my other cousin, close cousin, both cousins are close cousins. But her father-in-law died. And her father-in-law, I wasn't bored at the funeral. It was a very nice service. Her father-in-law, I knew for a while, you know, a real great guy. And never, you know, I never got to know him. I spent a lot of time with him just in family functions and things like that. And my mom and him and his wife, they all got close just because old people shit. Yeah, old Puerto Rican people shit. They just, you know, identify with stuff. They identify with the leverage that they use to hit their kids and all that good stuff. But my mom and my cousin's mother-in-law would compare notes on angles when they throw slippers. They would say, "No, is it a 90-degree angle that you whip it at, or maybe like a 45-degree angle? You know, what would be the best angle to get the most rotation to make a slipper ricochet off the wall and hit a kid in the head if you didn't have the right direct angle?" My mom used to skip a slipper, hit you off something, hit you around corners. So they probably shared grip strength. You know, they probably was comparing, you know, like what kind of slipper did you use? Was it a hard plastic slipper? All that good stuff. They were just close. So I went down to the funeral, the wake and the service. And, you know, I always hear people say that they don't like going to wakes and funerals. Like, doesn't like the way that they make them feel. Bitch, the funeral and the wake ain't about you. The funeral and the wake is showing up for other people. I don't like it either. I don't like seeing people in the box. I don't want to remember people like that. But it's not about me. It's about my family and being there for loved ones, showing your face. You don't like a funeral? Just go in, walk, shake a hand, just show your face and bounce. That's fine. Nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's accruing time. And if you are around people that are going to judge you for how long you were at your funeral, go fuck them. Unless they're like your best friend and stuff, yeah, I can see that. Then maybe go hang out in the front or something. But show up for people. That shit matters. And I see that in the way that they remembered this man. The way that his family and his friends remembered this man made me envious. It made me envious of how they see him, of how his relationships were. I started questioning my relationships. Am I having an effect on people's life that will make them miss me when I'm gone? Because that's the shit that makes that man's going to live for a very long time in stories and the effect and the generational effect that he's going to have on generations to come because of how much of a provider he was, how hard he worked. All right. Work ethic. Those things get passed along. His ability to go out of his way to help people, just those little things, it just has an impact on people's life. And it made me reflect on my selfishness, to be quite honest, because I am a very selfish person with my time. Super selfish, and admittedly it's a defect of character. It is not something I'm proud of. It's something I actually don't like about myself. I'm very selfish with my time. I'd rather be at home by myself than go make a phone call, go hang out with a family member, go do something with a friend. I'm selfish. I'm very selfish with that time. I am. And I'm hesitant to say that's something I want to correct because that's not the truth. Okay. I don't like it, but I'm not going to be in a rush to correct it. I'll work on it. I'll say that. I'll work on it. But I think about my coworker that died, and we had funny jokes that we would say to each other, something that we carried on from the time that we worked together. I started moving into different departments and we didn't work together as much, only in passing and in certain projects we would work together, but we didn't have that relationship like when I first started where we were sitting next to each other and we had to interact every day. I didn't have that relationship. I moved into different departments, but we were always cool, and we had this ongoing joke where every time we called each other for work-related purposes, we'd always call and say, "Hey, Burger King," when I answered the phone. Like if he called me, I'd answer the phone, Burger King, and he'd call, same thing. If I called him, he'd answer the phone, Burger King, and whatever. It was silly, but it's something I'm gonna remember, right? I'm gonna remember that. He was a older Cuban guy. And so he wasn't very affectionate, but something that sticks out to me is the Friday that he passed, which is this past Friday. Today's Tuesday. The Friday he passed, I was at the office, handing out lottery tickets to coworkers and, just saying Merry Christmas to everybody. And I saw him, gave him a lottery ticket, thank you. And as I was leaving, he patted me on the back. And it was not like, it wasn't like a big deal. I didn't think nothing of it, but it was a sign of affection that he rarely showed, and I didn't think anything of it at the time until I got the news that he died, and I'm like, wow, I just saw him, and he gave me like that pat in the back, and it was just, the only reason I bring that up is because we should show more affection as family members, as friends, as co-workers, as acquaintances, handshakes, smiles, hugs. You want to make out? Let's make out, baby. But more affection. Those things are important to relationships. Also, because you just never know. Never. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. If you go through your day, right now I'm going to leave. And as I leave, I'm going to see people that I see all the time, restaurant workers. They're not my friends. They're, acquaintances. I smile at them. Sometimes we talk about things and we laugh and we have fun. But I don't know them. They don't know me. We're not, super close. But if I knew that that today's my last day, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. As I left, I'd spit in all of their faces. I'm kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, I would show a little bit more affection as I left. Hey, man, have a good one. Take care. I hope you have a great night. You know what I mean? That firm handshake. Give somebody a firm hug. Take care, man. Take care. You say that with some meaning. Like, that's how you should just leave all the time. I'm Irish goodbye. I'm Puerto Rican, and I do Irish goodbyes because I take time for granted. And you don't know. You don't know. Now you know, ninja. I say ninja now because I'm an adult. You just don't know, bro. You don't know. And that's what I want to do. I want to leave more of an impact on my relationships with people. Do I really care? Am I just saying that? I don't know. It's a good question. Immediately, as I'm saying it, I'm like, you're committing to something you may not want to do. It may not be, I just might feel a little bit emotional. I might be in my feelings. But think about that for yourself. Right? Think about all the people you come in contact with every day. Not casuals, but the people that you come in contact with every single day, but you might not be close with them. It might be for a reason. Sometimes keeping people at a distance serves a purpose. Maybe you've been emotionally scarred. Maybe somebody abused you and you don't want to form lasting relationships. Who knows, bro? I'm not in your head. You know what you're talking. You know your life, and you know what you're going through. I don't even know what I'm going through. How about that? Silliness. A lot of silliness. But next year, I'm excited. I'm excited for opportunities. I hope I get them. I hope I'm here for them. If I am here for them, bitch, I'm taking advantage. Bitch, I am taking advantage. I want to spend less time in the house. I want to go out more. I want to get out of the house. I'm living my 600-pound life, and I'm only 250. 248, baby. I am dropping LBs. Even though I'm going to go binge on some food after this because I eat my feelings. I eat my feelings. And it feels like a Wendy's night, baby. Get me a nice sack. Get some tendies. Nice sack. Nice double stack sack. It's not good. Not what I should do. should go home, get changed, and go to the gym. That's what I fucking should do, baby. But that's another topic for another day. 2026. What's 2026 going to bring? Huh? Travel? I need to go somewhere. I've been having that on my mind. I need to go somewhere. I don't know where, but I have it on my mind. I want to go somewhere by myself. Forget about staying home by yourself. I'm going to travel this year by myself. I don't know where I'm going. I got my passport renewed. I got the real ID. I'm fucking out. All right? The government's going to let me travel, baby. I am out. Isn't it a blessing not to be a terrorist and I could just go anywhere I want? But how close am I to being branded a terrorist? That's the question. For having opinions. Can you be a terrorist for having opinions? Maybe. Depends what your opinions are. People are getting arrested for having the wrong opinions in other places of the world. So if you think that shit can't happen here, you better get your gat. You better get your gat. You better strap up. You better strap up if you think that freedom of speech is free. Hell no, you're going to have to defend that shit. You're going to have to defend it against the commies. They're coming for you. The commies are back. They're coming for your free speech. I don't know if a commie's coming or not. I'm coming. Let me get studious real quick on you. Put on the fucking rays. 2026, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'll tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not voting anymore. That's for sure. That's a wrap. Not getting played anymore. Everybody's on there. Shit. I'm just tired of that nonsense. Tired of that nonsense. You know who I'm going to vote for? I'm going to vote for Jesus Christ. That's who I'm voting for. I'm going to just start writing him in ballots. See if he wins. You know what I mean? That's a whole other journey. I'm back on my spirituality, which is another positive thing that came out of 2025. I'm in it. I feel it in my soul again. It feels good. I haven't felt this good. I really can't think where I just feel grounded. I feel like, all right, I'm not all over the place with my feelings. I'm not feeling anxious. I'm not feeling overwhelmed. I just feel, this is the best way to describe it. I just feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be, which is something I've never really felt before, if I'm honest. If I think about it right now in my life, how many times I've ever felt where I'm supposed to, that I am where I am supposed to be. Not a lot. I really am struggling to find that feeling because I'm not talking about feeling good or happy, right? I've felt happy many times. I was super happy when I got married, super happy when we bought a house, super happy when my daughter was born, super happy when I got this job. There were so many things that have happened that I've been super happy about, but I haven't felt like I belonged, or not that what. Scratch that. I haven't felt that I was where I was supposed to be. I've always felt out of place. I've always felt out of place. For as long as I can remember, I've felt out of place. That I've always felt like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not where I'm supposed to be at. I'm not doing the things. Well, I don't know about that, but I've just felt out of place. And right now, reconnecting my relationship with God, because I've been mad at God for a long time. Mad, and then I thought I wasn't mad, but I really was mad. So I just, disguised it as, intellectual. Like I had this intellectual opinion on, the Bible and God and Jesus, and I was always trying to disprove and looking for ways to justify my, lack of belief. That's what I was doing. I was trying to justify my lack of belief, and I would intellectualize. I would quote everything that I could that I found, because that's what I was looking for, was things that disproved the word, and it didn't serve me anything. Now, I don't know. I still don't know, but my faith is guiding me to action, to taking action, to learning, to pray, which was really difficult. I couldn't pray for a while, and it was revealed to me, however you want to take that, it was revealed to me that I needed to clear my head and ground myself. And I did, and it worked, and I feel like I'm locked in. I feel like my Wi-Fi signal is full. Like I got full bars. There's no static. I just feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Am I ever going to smoke again? I don't know. Right? Anybody ask me, I'm on a break because I don't know what's to come. So I'm not going to, say I'm not going to switch up my comedy style. I'm not going to become Nate Bargatze, as much as that, as cool as that would sound. I'm not going to become, what's the other dude from Crashing? That guy, Pete Holmes. Is it Pete Holmes? Yeah, Pete Holmes. I'm not going to become Pete Holmes, but I'm saying all these I'm not, but I don't know what's going to happen. That's the point. I don't know what's going to become. But all I know is that I feel like the path that I'm on is where I'm supposed to be. And I am content. I don't even like that word. I feel like I'm just, I'm at ease. I'm not overwhelmed. I don't have anxiety. I was having some bad anxiety. I've always kept feeling like I was forgetting something, like I didn't do something I was supposed to do. I always had that feeling. I don't have that feeling. I'm not pressed like I'm, in a rush for something. I'm chilling. Is what I'm in. I'm just chilling. And I've been thinking about sharing that experience a little more in the form of writing, because that's what I've been doing every day. I've been reading my Bible in the morning, just random verses, writing about it, writing about experiences I'm having, what things mean to me, how I'm applying things. And that's what's going on in my journal. And I think I've been flirting with the idea of just putting those pages in print. One page every day. I spend like 20, 30 minutes. It's been a really good exercise. But it's only been 2 weeks. So by no means is this like some sort of habit or something. If you've tuned into the podcast, you know how many times I've started things and have abandoned ship, right? Stretch, meditate, write. Remember Stretch, meditate, right? SMW. So I've done these things before where people say that that's ADHD. You get like all into like some task or some habit, and then you go all in on it for a little while, and then all of a sudden it just doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if that's that, if this is that. I'll be the first one to report to you, hey man, God's stuff's over, but I don't feel like it. I don't want it to either, just because of how I feel right now. This relationship I'm developing it's exciting. I don't know how else to describe it. And I used to be ashamed of talking about things like this, of talking about God and stuff. And I was ashamed because I felt stupid. You know what I mean? I felt stupid in my my beliefs or lack of beliefs, right? Because even though I didn't believe, it was not just like I didn't believe and that was it. Like, it was a struggle thinking about it, you know? So I don't know. I don't know what 2026 going to hold for me. I don't know what's to come. I know I got 2 days till Christmas. I'm excited to give out gifts to my daughter, just because, you know, if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. You get excited to see them open those gifts and get happy and stuff. That's a fun moment. I remember when I was a kid and my uncle gave me a Sega Genesis out of a garbage bag. Oh man, that was like one of the best gifts of all time. I just flipped my head. I didn't know it was coming. It's not something I asked for. Maybe it was something I asked for. I don't remember. But either way, that's not what Christmas is all about. It's not about just the gifts and shit. It's all about the, family time and all that. But this year for me, it's just about being grateful. I'm grateful for the position I'm in. I'm grateful for the people in my life because I got some pretty damn amazing people in my life. People that, check on me, people that support me and all my bullshit. They support me when I'm down. They support me when I get you some good people in your life. Don't chase them away. Be honest with them. Help them. I got one friend that's, he thinks he's always dumping on me. He thinks when he has all these problems, he's dumping. I'm like, bro, you're not dumping on me. Every time you tell me about your problems, you make me forget about my problems. Or you give me perspective on my problems. So don't be afraid to share with people. Open up more, you stupid bitch. I'm talking to myself. Open up more. Because that's how you leave that legacy. Maybe. Maybe not. Drink. Get drunk on Symphony number 3 with your family. Make some coquito. If you're making coquito this year, fuck Bacardi. Use Symphony number 3. All right. Yeah. I mean, this went a lot better than I really thought I was gonna. I really was gonna quit today. I was gonna go home. So many things went wrong. I forgot the memory card I was going to use the other camera. Then I forgot the cable, the adapter for the soundboard to my laptop. I forgot the cable. I forgot the charger. I was just like, this is a wrap. I was just in a bad mood. I think that was Raph that was downstairs. Raph Hernandez, my boy and fellow comedian. He tried to come up here. I chased him away. But I stuck through it. And I think this is a nice episode. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with 2025, as bad as it was to begin with. I'm happy that I'm still here. I'm happy that I'm still here and I have a good attitude, because shit could happen to you and a bad attitude is the worst. Truly, a bad attitude, if you're always negative, if you're constantly blaming other people for the problems in your life, if you're always angry at other people and you're always pointing out other people's problems, you have a bad attitude. It's not going to work out well for you. Or it might. You might you might develop a podcast that everybody wants to listen to because they like your misery. Is that what you want? Not me, baby. This is brought to you by Chapstick. No, it's just kidding. There's no ads. There's no ads! No ads today, baby. That's it. Listen, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I'm going to drop this probably next week before New Year's. So I hope you had a Merry Christmas. And I hope that you take some time, reflect on your year. Don't dwell on your year. If this was a bad year for you, fuck this year. Next year doesn't have to be the same. Tomorrow doesn't have to be the same. You still have 2 weeks. You still have a week. You still have however many more days to finish out the year and say it wasn't that bad. You can do it, man. It's your attitude. Thank you so much for listening. Please follow me on Instagram. Vic is funny with a Z. Check out the website, Vic is funny, spelled regular, vicisfunny.com. Check out my other podcasts, Theory of Nonsense with Pedro Garcia, Live at the Dojo with the boys. Check out all the shows at Dojo of Comedy, tiffscomedy.com. Thank you guys. I love you and God bless.
You're listening to my dad of the VCast.